started. Okay. Hello, and welcome to Unlimited Appetizers, the show where we simulate killing time while waiting for your food at a restaurant. I am your host, Erin.
And I am your skeleton, Mancha. I'm inside of you being your skeleton.
But if you're over there and I'm over here, who's flying the skeleton?
John Bones.
John Bones.
John
excellent.
Bones, the skeleton pilot.
Yes.
Next question.
Speaking of spooky things, I just want to show off to everybody my Walgreens mug. Very nice. I also have a ghost one. I'm in full spooky mode now.
I still need to get more spooky gear, but I at the very least have a little bit because I do have the voodoo.
I've never had that. Is it new or has it been like? Is it seasonal?
They have the zero one is new, so the sugar free is new.
Okay.
They've had this a couple of years. I have no clue what flavor it is.
Okay, I've never had it. That looks good. I want to try it.
It tastes like white Airheads.
That's good. I like the white Airheads.
That's like the best answer I've got.
Are they like raspberry or something?
I thought the white ones were just the leave-ins.
Oh, they're like mystery. I thought it was a flavor. I thought it was like raspberry or something. I don't know.
No, the white's the mystery because this is also a mystery flavor.
So maybe that's also just they dump all the Mountain Dew into a thing. No, I've actually seen a video of somebody doing that where they dump it all into a thing and they drink it, and it's gross.
I mean, the Dew-SA is that, and the Dew-SA is better than the red, the blue, and the white by themselves.
There you go. That's good. I just need to issue a clarification from our previous episode. So the other night, I received a text from my mom at 3:44 a.m. and it says, FYI, Pyrex is made of glass. Tupperware is made of plastic. Pyrex was invented by Corning Glass, which is in New York State about an hour from Rochester. You have been to the Corning Museum of Glass, or as Ryan, that's my brother, calls it, the Corning Museum of Ass. LOL. You are welcome. I love you. So the reason she says that, we went on a family trip to the Corning Museum of Glass when I was a kid, and we have a photo of my brother. I think he took like a piece of paper or something, and he just covered like the G and the L on the sign, and we just took a photo of him doing that. But yeah, when we were talking about Pyrex and calling it Tupperware, those are two whole different brands, and they are different things, so we're fools. And I asked my mom why she was watching the podcast at 3 a.m. and she said she couldn't sleep and woke up at 1 a.m. and she just went down on Facebook and then just started watching the podcast at 3 in the morning. So
thanks for the support, Elaine.
Thank you, Elaine. You're a treasure. In case the more you know about Pyrex.
I mean, I knew the difference. I didn't think we were mixing it up, so I also don't remember exactly how that conversation went down, though.
I also think Tupperware is kind of like Kleenex or like other things where the brand name kind of just people use it to describe the like genre of what they're talking about. So I think we were saying it was like Tupperware, and they're kind of like adjacent, but like technically one of them that's like the brand, and one of them's plastic. But yeah. Yeah, they hold food.
Hold food good.
They hold food good. Hell yeah. So how was your week, Mancha?
I have been trying to get over being sick, which is part of the reason we're recording late. Because this is usually we don't record on Saturday.
Yeah, this is like a Saturday morning. It's like 1 p.m., but this is early for me. So I'm drinking coffee because I'm like, I just woke up. Yeah. Also just everything was on fire for me this week, so I'm glad we pushed it, but yeah, Kevin is a lot. He is a child.
I miss him. Where is he? I want to see him again.
I would bring him out, but he's been so bad this morning that I don't even want to bring him out. I was doing my makeup for the podcast. I'm in the bathroom, and normally I'll do it like in my room to avoid this happening, but he just like launched himself onto my back and was like pulling my shirt down, and I was like yelling, and Tyler had to like pick him off of me because he was like clawed into my back in a spot I couldn't reach him. He's very naughty.
Silly boy.
Yeah, he just gets into everything, and then he'll be bad, and then I'll put him in the room and close the door, and then he just cries like he didn't just do some like bastard shit that made you put him in there.
All right. That's my week. Not much else has happened.
I'm newly obsessed with Disney Dreamlight Valley, so that's what's going on.
I got back into Fortnite. I don't remember if I mentioned. I think I mentioned that last time.
Yeah, we plugged a Fortnite stream that we didn't do because we got too tired.
Hey, but that means that our loyal and lovely viewers can come check it out whenever you do it.
Yes, I will let everybody know. We're just gonna do it like virtually or whatever, like we used to do our like Stardew Valley streams. So I'll figure something out for that, but yeah, that got pushed because we were playing World's End Club and then working, and just like anytime we were gonna do it, we are like, actually I'm tired, I don't want to, and then the week was over.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you introduce our first segment?
Sure. So this one was my idea because I don't know why I like to do this to myself, but our discussion this week is just embarrassing stories, either that have happened to you or something that you were like witnessing. Yeah, so just like embarrassing or awkward situations you've been in.
Why don't you hit us with the first one?
All right,
I have a couple that I've been thinking of and brewing up.
So I've got one that is, it's something. I told this story at work the other day, and I usually like try not to tell people this story unless I think they're like chill, but now I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna tell people. So at my preschool graduation, I don't know if you're familiar with this one, Mancha.
I am not.
Okay, so when I was a child, I was taught that if you fart, you say excuse me, right? Common knowledge. So at my preschool graduation, I farted, and naturally, the polite thing to do is to say excuse me. So I interrupted the entire ceremony by like repeatedly yelling like, excuse me, I had to say excuse me because I farted. And like all the parents are standing there with their like video cameras filming their kids, and they're just like, oh, and my family like has clowned on me for that for years. Not my finest moment.
That's classic, but also you would have been like, what, 4, 5?
How old is preschool? Yeah, it's like something like that. Yeah, I love that even back then. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
I still now, like, okay, if you like fart in front of people, do you try to like hide it, or like what do you do? You're like, I plead the fifth.
I just like I don't like deny it, but I just move on with my day.
If there's no noise, I'll try to just like not acknowledge it. But if there's a clear like audible noise and everyone knows it was me, I will just immediately be like, sorry guys, I just ripped ass. Like,
I should take that. I whenever I do and it's audible, I just make like the.
That's
like that
also
face.
good. I feel like anything where you're kind of like, yeah, I did it, is like better than just like being mortified and not saying anything.
There was like one time, this isn't embarrassing really. There was one time like where at work, like in the middle of class I did, and for some reason all the kids thought it was some other kid.
Oh, that's the best.
And so I let them fight it out.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm not getting in the middle of that. Like, I'm sorry. This is not going to ruin this kid's reputation. It never came up again.
If
it wasn't
no
even
ties,
like bad.
Yeah.
So it was just like, you know, it happens. But you know, I let them fight it out on their own, and I just watched.
If there's some confusion and it's a big enough group, I won't. But if there's like 4 people and people start going, "Who is that?" Like, I will just own up because I'm like,
Mhm.
I can't hide it when it's this few people.
Yeah. 90% of my stories involve just like how I was just like really, really cringy
Uh-huh.
in like high school specifically.
Okay.
And like I've reined in like a lot on this, but I still like you could still like recognize some traits. Like back then I'd still sort of I like stick to jokes like really heavily and like use them over and
Oh,
over and over.
yeah.
But back then it was a lot worse because the jokes were never funny in the first place. It was just like, back when like bacon was trendy,
Oh,
just because like
yes.
everyone was like, wait, bacon's good. I don't remember why that got trendy, but like in high school it did.
I know what you're talking about. I think that was like around when I actually started eating bacon,
Hmm.
so I was on board.
Yes, it was just that like just not knowing how to correctly interact with people without being weird, and now I wonder like how the hell did I come off to these people? I think it's still fine because like I still have like decent relationships with some of the people from like high school who I still talk to or whatever. But I don't know.
I think I was like weird, but not so bad that if I ran into somebody on the street, it wouldn't be like redeemable. Also, it's like I know I changed, so like when I see somebody I haven't seen in a while, I assume they have changed a lot
Yeah.
too, and I'm not really like, I'm like we were literally like children.
That's why I'm not super worried about it. And like I
Yeah.
was not like a nuisance. I wasn't hated in high school. I was very good at staying under the radar and like on equal grounds with everybody.
That's good. I got better like senior year. I feel like I was the closest to like what I am now. Like before that, I used to be shy. Like in like senior year, I started being way more like outgoing, and I remember people making jokes like, "Oh my god, Erin talks," which is just hilarious if you know me now because like I never shut up. But there were like years where I was just too afraid to like be goofy or like be myself, and then it was like a real like sudden shift.
That's wild.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a story of something embarrassing I did. So, I don't know if this person wants to be named in this story, so I'm just gonna make up a name. Let's say this person's name is Katie. Um, I got invited once to a birthday party in like college for somebody that I didn't know, but like everybody was just going and they were like, "Oh yeah, Erin, you should like tag along." And I walked up to the party, somebody opened the door, and I just walked right past them and then I went, "All right, so who's this Katie whose birthday we're celebrating?" And everyone's like, "That was her. She opened the door for you." And then I turned around and then everybody laughed at me.
Wow. Ouch.
It was a very
Oh
stereotypical Aaron
no.
moment.
I rarely have like big like crowd like and everyone laughed at me embarrassing moments. It's mostly just like looking back on things like why did I do this?
Yeah.
How did this other person like receive this information? Like I was trying to find it before the podcast and then Google was giving me a lot of trouble. I got in to the account that I was looking for because my phone just decided that it wasn't going to accept text messages and I had to reboot it to get the verification code.
Oh, right, right,
Um,
right.
I looked and it's not here, so I don't remember specifics. Okay, but my in senior year, my friend that I asked to go to prom with me, who did go with me, so it worked somehow. I don't remember what the video was, but I made like a really stupid, really cringy like video and like put it unlisted and sent it to her.
Did you make like a promposal video?
It wasn't, but it wasn't like a cute one. It was like a weird like meme one.
That's what you would do now.
Yeah,
But it'd be
but it'd be
funnier.
like good.
Yep.
Maybe like I
Oh,
would
that's
play
funny.
into the irony of it. So I am like I've been racking my brain trying to remember what this was, and I cannot.
I want to
what it
see
was.
that so bad.
It's
If you
gone,
find
unfortunately.
that.
I'm on the channel, and it is not. I didn't even private it. Similarly to that, though, that with me and the same friend, because she was she was in like some of the musicals. We put together a video that was a parody of, you know, The Sound of Music.
Yes.
It was a parody of My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music.
Oh, okay.
But it was my favorite memes, and it was like peak 2015 meme humor.
Oh, I bet it was.
That still exists, but it's privated because my parents kept telling my family about it, and I'm like, no, you have to stop. Right?
That's
My
the
parents
best.
are of the opinion that if I put something on the internet, that means I should be willing to show all my family it. No, not because I'm embarrassed of it, because I don't want to have to explain it to them. Now I'm embarrassed of it, but that video does still exist.
Half the time, the people that watch this podcast that I know are my family, and I'm like, I'm glad someone's watching it, but it's you guys, and that's like probably the worst people that it could have been.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like my immediate family. I'm talking like they would tell my extended family, who I
had
don't
an
want to
extended
explain
family member
anything
come to visit who had watched the video where I talked about my family reunion, and they were like giving me notes on how I described it, and I was like, oh, thank you.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's funny. I had a neighbor where we made some like videos that I think they're lost and they're on like a hard drive for a computer we got rid of or something. But we were like making parodies of like the Wiggles. Does the Wiggles have a song about fruit salad?
Yes, yummy yummy.
Yeah. Yeah, we were making like videos about that, and then we made this like paper cup that we wrote like fruit salad in a can on it or something, and we were making like ads for fruit salad in a can and like singing that song. And I wish I could find that, because it was very like a young child trying to imitate what they see on TV to like be funny, and it was like kind of funny in that way, but yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
More video content, because this one's on the internet for anyone who wants to watch. Just my oldest like 2013 and 2014 rap battle content is so bad. If you go like and watch one of those and then watch one of the newer things, you would not believe that they were made by the same person. Highlights include the time that I as a God, how old would I have been? Like 14-year-old, probably. Who decided that he wasn't going to spend more than 30 minutes looking for a voice actor for a project, and didn't know how he would have done it anyways, decided to be the voice of Twilight Sparkle in a rap battle.
You did this, or?
Yeah, it's on the channel.
Oh man, we need to watch
it was
that.
one of the. It's not like particularly funny. It's just like, this exists. It's not the only time someone on the channel does like a, you know, like some dude does a girl's voice. It is not the last time. That's the only time I did it.
Oh my god, I love that. I'm gonna make like, when we hit like 100 episodes or something, I'm gonna make this video, and it's gonna be like, oh, like 100 episode highlights of Unlimited Appetizers, and then I'm gonna play like one clip, and then I'm just gonna put that in, and that's the rest of the video.
I mean, you could just link. I mean, you could just. Like, it's on the channel. People can go find Twilight Sparkle versus Merlin Uber Rat Battles of Fiction 6 and watch it. It's not that interesting. Like, it's just
Merlin,
me doing like
Sword
from the Sword of the Stone. Yeah.
So coincidentally, he's the first character you meet in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and you get good stuff from him.
I think
I'm a new Merlin stan.
I think I just figured something out. We'll wait and see if my prediction is true.
I think I know what you predicted, and probably yeah.
Based on like what you just said, and like when I jumped in the call and you saw my my like Lilo hoodie, my Lilo, not a hoodie, my Lilo sweater,
and
and your mouse ears, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two segments, I'm not sure which one.
Yes. Very exciting. Speaking of Disney and embarrassing stories, well, I guess this isn't like the Disney version, but anyway, I was in a play in like 5th grade. It was Cinderella, and I was like a background, I was like a waiter or something, but there was a scene at the end where they're supposed to get married and they stand on like a box in like the middle of the stage that was like the thing that the like altar thing. And I tripped on it when the lights came on when we were doing the production that was during school for like everyone in the school. So like all of the kids made fun of me afterwards when the play
Oh
was over.
no.
It was like the worst performance it could have happened for. Um and then, I've had many moments in chess where I forgot something, like the one where I said I had the first line when we came back on stage and I forgot, and then there was a long silence, and then someone said Erin, and then I said, "Oh, sorry," and then I said my line.
That happens to everyone though.
Happens to the best of us.
Yep. Um so next one, because you said also stories that we've seen.
Yeah.
This is my favorite story to tell of just something I've seen. It's walking into no, we're walking out of Walmart.
Okay.
I don't remember how old I was at this. But we're walking out of Walmart, and this guy's walking in, and he has his little daughter on his shoulders as they're walking in. And as they go like through one of the sets of doors, the girl just slams her head into like the overhang on the doors because she's too tall.
That's like they make signs so like trucks don't do that on the highway.
Because it was like a tall guy like holding like his daughter. I don't think she cried. It was just like silence.
Sometimes if you like don't freak out when they get hurt, they like don't really know how to react, and they're like chill kids.
It was just like, oh man, like I would hate to be that guy and to
That's
have
so
done
funny.
that to my child.
Oh, I think things I've seen. We were in Disney World at a restaurant one time where we saw a proposal where like the girl said yes, but like I don't think it was a like enthusiastic yes, and I think they probably had like a talk later, because I remember like she looked like uncomfortable during it, and then we saw her in the bathroom later, and my mom was like, "Oh my god, congratulations." And she was like, "Yep." Like she was not like thrilled, and I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but I was like, "Oop."
Yeah. That's why I don't know. You have to know someone really well, I think, to be able to put together a public proposal for them.
Yeah. No,
Um,
anybody I date, I pretty much like outline. I'm like, this is like what I would want, and like don't ever do it without like kind of asking before.
yeah, it's like that's how I would do it. Is like, okay, only after it's talked about. Because I don't want it to be random. I feel like that's
Yeah.
okay. Maybe it's more like movie romantic, but that's also not necessarily like good for a relationship.
I think everybody just has, it's like weddings and stuff like that. It gets so like built up in your head your whole life that like everybody kind of has their way that they want it to go. Like some people want a proposal that's like private and like no one's watching and like blah blah blah. And then there's me, and I'm like, you better be filming it. You better have like 3 camera angles, and it better be really cool. Something better explode.
See, yeah, if I were the one being proposed to, I would be the other one.
Yeah, and I have friends that are like that too and stuff, and I just think it's like it's whatever people want. Like I would want like a huge spectacle, and I would be pissed if I like didn't look, if I wasn't in like my best outfit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need video of it. I'll give you 10 points if it's raining. I think that's cute.
That's kind of nice.
I think that's cute.
Nice.
I'll give you 10 extra points. 10 extra marriage points.
Yeah, I want video of everything just because my memory is like so bad that like I need it just for that. Like, because otherwise I'll be like, oh my god, I wish I could remember that, but it happened so fast and I like don't remember.
Yeah, my memory's also really bad.
Yeah,
because like I've been sitting here trying to like because like I've gone through pretty much all my planned ones, and I'm trying to think of like what more stuff have I seen and or done that haunts me at night, and it's like my memory is trash and garbage.
Oh, one time a guy that I had a crush on when I was younger, his fly was down and I told him and he immediately was like, "Why were you looking there?" And it was like not in a fun way. And I was like,
There's no good way to tell someone, and there's no good way to respond to that.
yeah. I've had people tell me before stuff like that on like me is like wrong. And I'm always like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Thank you." But like, this was like, he was mad.
Yeah, I would rather someone tell me than I go out and embarrass myself. Because, like,
Yeah, for sure.
every once in a while, you just something falls through the cracks.
Oh, somebody in my family was like at a casino playing like poker and stuff with people for hours and had like an extra large sticker on her shirt or something.
Oh, no.
That's like a story that's come up a couple times. I'm like, oof.
I don't know if I have any more.
I don't have any I can think of specifically, but just like, have you like called people mom before on accident?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has, though. Like, I
feel
remember
like I do it a lot.
I remember one instance of it, and it was like my mom's best friend / a teacher, the same person, which is like, it happens.
Yeah, I've done it to teachers. I'll also call people like my brother's names sometimes, and it's usually if it's like a frustrating moment, and not they don't really frustrate me on a daily basis, but when I was a kid, I'd always be yelling their names and stuff. And my mom does that really bad. Like if when we were younger, if she was like mad at one of us, she would be like, "Kyle, Brian, Erin, whichever one you are," and then like say it, and I'm just like, "Oh man."
I think
like,
every
ran
mom
through
does
all
that.
I love it, right? I'm like that. It's iconic. It's like you all annoy me, so I'm confusing all of you with each other.
Yep, my mom would do that too. Same thing.
Hell yeah.
Even like when not upset, it's my parents sometimes just like, which one are you? I'm like, I'm number one.
Yes.
That's all you need. All right. I think we're ready to go ahead and get prepared for our second segment. So we'll see you in a second. All right.
Cool. We ready?
Yeah, that was the all right was me saying we are ready to go.
Okay, that would make sense. Do you want to tell the folks at home what we are doing right now?
Yes, so this one was my idea. It's a game both of us have played before, though. This is PowerPoint karaoke, or it's also called BattleTex. So Erin and I have each prepared a presentation that the other person has to present. And I think it's going to be fun to just jump into it.
Let's jump right into it. Okay. So I am presenting Mancha's presentation. I don't know what is in this, and it is called okay, today I'll be presenting an objective look at all legendary and mythical Pokemon with Erin Mack. Legendary Pokemon are oh, I see what you want me to do. Am I just filling in as I go? Am I going to be given
You'll there's only like this is the only slide like this one actually. The rest of them are you'll read like the bit and then answer the question.
Sweet. Okay. So, legendary Pokemon are pretty pungent. The legendary birds from Kanto. I spent 2 whole weeks collecting eggs and making omelets, and I think that this legendary bird definitely has the most scrumptious eggs to eat. Okay, I see. Well, I would probably say Articuno because they're blue and they're probably like blue raspberry flavored.
Blue raspberry eggs?
Blue raspberry eggs. Also, Articuno is always my favorite one.
That one I agree with. Good taste.
Good. Very good, very good. Also, I feel like whatever Zapdos eggs are, they're gonna be like pointy. Love Mewtwo. Okay, Mewtwo is typically categorized as a very strong and dangerous Pokemon. But I think, you really wrote this for me. But I think deep down in its heart, he would be the best to date. Here's why. Okay, so I kind of like Mewtwo, and I know this is like like furry territory kind of. I like that he like talks into your brain like telepathically. I don't know why. I just think that's like very fun. And he's kind of like a rugged badass. Like he's kind of scary in the movie. And I always just liked him when I was younger. And then I said that one time at a party and everyone went, "Erin, what the hell is wrong with you?" And now I'm doing it on the podcast. The legendary beasts. Everybody loves dogs, especially dogs that can talk. I just said, I'm sorry. Oh my God. If these dogs could talk, I think that this one would be the most likely to act like Brian Griffin from the hilarious Emmy Award winning show Family Guy by Seth MacFarlane. I'm also very fond of Brian Griffin. I think, do I think Entei or Suicune has Brian Griffin energy? I think Entei is the most Brian-like. The other ones are very like, I don't know. They seem more like majestic, and he's kind of like more like a dog. And also he'd probably get hit by a car. More likely to be hit by a car than the other ones.
I almost put that in the prompt, but I didn't want to put it in the prompt. Thank you.
He looks the most regular dog.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. I was gonna say like which one of them is also most likely to get hit by a car.
The other ones look like they could dodge a car better. The Tower Duo, I did not even know that was what these are called. These Pokemon used to live on a tower. If they both lived on the Empire State Building, here's what life would be like in New York City. Oh, if they both live there? Okay. I don't know what type they are, if they like shoot anything. I feel like if they lived in New York City, we would get a lot of like false 9/11 reports because they kind of look like a rogue plane, like the shape that they are. I think it would be causing a lot of terror.
What if like everyone knew they lived there though?
Oh, if everyone knew they lived there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then, you know how like there's just like pigeons everywhere in New York City, and they'll just like, if you drop like a French fry or something, they're like very friendly and they'll come up and eat it. You'd just be like eating, and then like one of these things would sweep down and just like eat your French fry, but it's like humongous and it like crushes half the street when it lands and then it flies away. I think that's what life would be like.
Just big pigeons.
Just big pigeons. See, now we're getting into where I don't know them. The legendary Titans from Hoenn. These Titans are very powerful, but I put them to work in my home doing various chores for me. I think that this Titan is simply the best and would make a great butler. That Registeel is the most butler looking. That thing looks like a beta design for like a servo from The Sims. Like that thing's a robot and it lives in your house and it does robot butler stuff.
Okay.
Yes. The Eon Duo, they're like mini versions of the other guy. These guys are fast or something. I think they're technically jet planes. Here's how they'd totally kick Lightning McQueen's ass and why they'd enjoy it. They're faster than him. Also he's very like beat upable, so I feel like that's not like a difficult thing to root for. This Latios on the right has like a look of death in his eyes. This thing is murderous. And then the other one's just kind of like along for the ride because it's fun. But this guy's the instigator. The Weather Trio. I personally went up to these Pokemon and asked whether any of them would like to smooch. After 2 months of research, I have determined that the best kisser is... All right, I'm mad at how fast I can answer this. It's Rayquaza. Kyogre's a whale. I'm not kissing a whale. Groudon is like... I don't like his face. And Rayquaza's like a snake, and that's like a thing people are into.
Are you people?
No! He has the coolest name, and he is the most, like, I don't know, he's the coolest looking one. It's not the whale. You can't like kiss a whale well. Their mouths are like so huge they'll just like swallow you.
I think that
but
would
yeah.
I think that would make some people choose him.
Yeah, well, people that like that, which I am not either. But yeah, no, he'd be the best Vor candidate for sure. The Lake Trio. Here's why I totally hate the Lake Trio. They suck. They look like the Mean Girls or like the Heathers. Like they look like some kind of trio of like women that are going to bully you, and that pink one is like the leader. And then this yellow one is like the Heather McNamara or the like whoever the dumb girl in Mean Girls is. Yeah. And then this one's the other one that no one cares about.
Wow.
But yeah, I kind of vibe with this pink one. But yeah, they bully you. That's why
I
they
like
suck.
how you gave her Heather Chandler vibes, and then you're like, I like her.
Is it a surprise that
No.
I like that? The Creation Trio. For the Creation Trio, we don't see them doing much creation. We did some tests, and this is the member of the trio I think would be the best chef. Gordon Ramsay approved. Giratina is the most chef-looking one of the three of these. That guy in the middle is like a transformer. The one on the left is like an ice dog, and then that one on the right looks like
He's
like
a time horse.
he's a time horse. I guess he is a time horse now that I look at it. He's kind of got a head like the Predator.
No, that's the xenomorph.
The xenomorph.
The alien.
No, the Predator is the thing that has the
dreads.
No, you're right. That's what I'm talking about. That thing. What's that thing from? Alien?
Alien. The alien
Okay,
from
I've never
Alien.
seen any of those movies. That's why. Actually, that's not true. I saw the one Predator with Keegan-Michael Key in it. That was really bad. He's not a main character, but he's in it. Giratina looks the most like a chef. I feel like he could stand there and be like, "Yes, chef," more than the other ones do. They got like looks of defiance in their eyes.
It's funny because he was the one that Giratina was the one that was like kicked out by God.
He tricked me. He I don't know, maybe his like biscuits were too fire or something. He had to go leave to be a chef. These two guys, out of these two, this Pokemon is more likely to buy a Ford F-150. That one, because it looks like it could drive because it's more person shaped. The other one is like a bug that I want to squish. I don't think it could drive. Moon Duo, sort of. Out of these two, this Pokemon is most likely to be really good at Stardew Valley. Okay.
I forgot to change their names. I knew I missed one slide. It's Cresselia and Darkrai.
I was gonna say, I was like, that doesn't look like. I was like, what's that name just on? Okay. So, like, the one on the left has the, like, cottagecore gamer girl vibes more that are typically attributed to, like, Stardew Valley Animal Crossing players. So, that's my answer. I think the other one still would play it, but just wouldn't be good at it. The Swords of Justice. Recount a story of how the Swords of Justice totally bullied you in high school and nobody believed you. I just did that about the other people. I feel like this Terrakion is like the Chad football player guy who would like bully you, and then this Virizion is like his like cheerleader girlfriend that is very like smug. And then these two on the outside, they like want to be as cool as the alpha bullies, but they're like not. They're like a step below. And they were there and watched and laughed at me. The forces of nature, these things are ugly.
Yeah.
If you told me these were like Dragon Ball Z characters, I would have believed you. I would not have believed that these are Pokemon. Oh, I just insulted them and they're supposed to help me. So the forces of nature came in and they beat up the people on the previous slide because they kind of look like school security guards. They look like they would bring an end to any bullying fun going on. What is this thing on the right?
Enamorous. She's new.
I kind of like that one.
She was
other one
from
sucked.
Legends Arceus.
I see. Okay. I have to play that. The Tao Trio?
Tao Trio.
One of these Pokemon was in a boy band, one was a theater kid, and the other literally doesn't know how to read. Here's the breakdown. Well, which one's the most like Mancha? Reshiram's the theater kid. Well, he could be the boy band. No, he's a theater kid. Zekrom's the boy band, and Kurem, I don't know your name.
Yep,
You
Kurem.
don't know how to read. Look at how low his head is.
He's
That
just
is
like
symbol
me for
of
real.
low intelligence. Oh, yep. He looks the dumbest. The Aura Trio. Ooh, I like these. I didn't even know there was this guy. I only knew about Xerneas and Yveltal. I didn't know about this one. Oh my god. Out of these three, this is the hottest Pokemon out there. It's how do I pronounce middle guy?
Yveltal.
Yveltal. That one. That's the one. I want to cosplay him at one point. He's beautiful.
Yes, I would love to see that.
Hell yeah. These guys. This is why they could kill God or die trying. Also, Type Null evolves into Silver. Oh, they're the same. Okay.
Yeah, they're the same line.
They're the same guys. Well, aren't the gods here also dogs? So they'll just dog fight them.
That's Pokemon, everybody. Good night.
Was that the last one?
No.
Oh, the guardian deities. If these four were on a season of Total Drama Island, here's how it'd go down. Okay, so this one on the right here, Tapu Fini is like the Heather of that season, and then Tapu Lily is like the Lele is like the Beth or Lindsay who's like helps the evil one for most of the season and then turns on her. This guy's just like a dumb guy. Yeah. He doesn't do a lot and gets voted off on a technicality. And then this guy on the left, nobody really likes him, but he's the most like marketing safe character, so they end up picking him as the winner because kids will like it. Literal babies. So when I was babysitting these little shits, Cosmog and Cosmoem, they well, the other, are they related to each other?
They also
different?
evolve into each other.
I was gonna say, I was like, this one looks like he ate the other one. So that's what happened when I was babysitting them. This little cute one on the left was just like hanging out, and then the other one ate him, and I had to explain to his parents why they combined. The Light Trio. One of these guys is the biggest incel I know, and it's Necrozma. For sure. This one on the right is definitely not. And then this guy on the left is just happy to be here. It's definitely this guy. The Hero Duo and Eternatus. What each of them thought of the Mario movie trailer. How do I say their names?
Zacian, Zamazenta, Eternatus.
Okay. Oh, Zamazenta was from that quiz where I didn't know that was a name.
Yep.
All right, so okay, Zamazenta is like the neutral, like middle, where he's like, it was a good trailer, but like the Chris Pratt voice sucks. Sword Guy loved all of it and is a big Chris Pratt fan, and he doesn't see a problem. And then Eternatus is like the little nerd loser who's just nitpicking everything about it and like hated the entire thing and is like, why would they make this movie for children and not make it the way I want it? So that's what they thought. Cubfu and Urshifu. Oh, I remember this shit. They made me raise this one. Explain the plot of the Karate Kid. Well, they give you a Cubfu and they say, raise this thing, because you need it for some kind of temple, and I'm like, I don't like this, and I'm not going to use this anytime after I train it, but you have to do it anyway, and that's why I stopped playing the DLC. More legendary Titans. Here's which Titan I'd rather go get coffee with. Definitely the one on the right. The one on the left looks like he would blind me. Horses and a rabbit. These inexplicable Pokemon are impossible to destroy except for one really weird loophole. Let's kill them, and here's how. Glastrier, you just put them in the microwave. Spectrier, you read him like emotional poetry, and then he cries and runs away.
Oh my god.
And then Calyrex, you just pick the blueberry off of his head and he dies.
Okay.
I skipped all the mythicals except 2, so here's a lightning round. Who is the best at golf? It is Shaman, because he's made a golf course. One must die. Choose. Which one do I hate more? This one on the right. You die. Fiona. Deoxys. What do you do if he shows up at your doorstep asking for a pound of sugar? I give it to him because he's got Pixar mom hips, so he's clearly baking something. God, I've learned one of Arceus's juiciest secrets. Here it is. Those things on his hips are really crunchy and easy to break off. Geez, there's still more. Who would be more likely to rob you in a dark alley? Definitely Victini, because he's the more unassuming one, so he surprises you. Bug, say something. I don't like bugs. Gen 6 Mythicals. Which Pokemon would do the best on The Bachelor? Okay, hold on. So, I'm a fan of The Bachelor. Well, Diancie is the most one that looks like a girl, and they usually eliminate the people that they are not interested in very early. So, she also looks like she'd be very cutthroat. So, I'm going with this one. Come up with Instagram handles for them or something. Robot_made burnt marshmallow XXX furry 735 because furry was taken. I'm skipping Melton. No one cares. Don't know who that is. Tell me about the home these two just bought together. Well, there's a bunch of monkey bars, so this guy can climb around, and then there are a bunch of stones for smashing. Finally, I will not be accepting criticism. The end. This presentation template was created by Slides Go and includes icons by Flat Icon and infographics and images by Free Pick.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you for the Pokemon knowledge.
Thank you for the Pokemon knowledge. All right. And here is Erin's for me.
Yes.
It is How to Start a Podcast, a presentation by Mancha McMancha. That's me right there. Podcasting for Dummies. I'm the dummy. That's why I'm on the front. Pick a topic. First, to make a podcast, you have to pick a topic. You could do a broccoli podcast about broccoli called Broccoli Network. Or you could do a podcast where you are my firefighter, and me. Where you are 3 hot shirtless firefighters talking about fighting fire with your fists. Punch, punch. Or you could talk about that, and I refuse to explain any of it. So we're going to move on. Dream doesn't look like that, though, so...
Well, this is an old photo before.
Right, yeah, he needs more of a Quagmire chin. After you pick your topic for this, I don't know why it went backwards. After you pick your topic, you have to pick a format for your show. And let's say we're going to do our broccoli themed podcast called Broccoli Town Tuesdays, and you release an episode every Friday. You could first feed a bunch of broccoli to your dog and then see what it sounds like. Or you could be Joe Rogan. You could just become Joe Rogan if you take the Joe Rogan potion. Or you can, instead of doing a podcast, just make a television show. That also works. They're basically the same thing, but with more money. So if you're rich, you could just make a TV show. Broccoli Town Tuesdays, only on HBO Max. Now, if you make a podcast by yourself, why? I don't know. It's just like, who wants to listen to one guy? I would much rather listen to two guys than one guy. So you need to find a co-host. Now, I think Danny DeVito would make an excellent co-host, but I think he's pretty busy. So instead, you could do a literal serial killer. Now, I don't know what Senator Ted Cruz knows about broccoli, but I have heard that he does like to pee in his pants and then stay in them for the warm feeling. I've heard that. I'm not claiming that that is true. I'm simply saying that I've heard that. Or my personal favorite, I would like to co-host with the mailbox from Blue's Clues. I almost called it Bear in the Big Blue House.
It's another good choice.
He's a fine co-host. He has a friendly face. He probably hasn't done anything problematic like Senator Ted Cruz. Now, I already did this early. I went a little fast, right? But you do have to come up with a catchy name, right? So I do have Broccoli Town Tuesdays, but girls only, or let's say you're doing a Little Rascals podcast. You could call it the He-Man Woman Haters podcast, and no women are allowed to listen to that podcast. Or you could call Beef Brothers, Deli and Catering and Podcast. Shit podcast for the poop man. Okay, now you have everything you need to make a podcast except all the things you need to make a podcast. So you have to get your equipment. You're going to need some things which are limited to, including but not limited to, a big ladder so you can stand up to your really tall microphone. This man, who is your production assistant, and will be doing this the entire time you're in the studio, and a horse. Okay, now you have all your equipment, right? You're sitting on your horse, ready to record. My slideshow's going backwards for absolutely no reason, and you need to find intro and outro music. So, you could sit in the studio, whip out your accordion, and, like Weird Al Yankovic himself, compose a polka tune, but not everyone's that talented or that funny. So you could simply sing a really bad version of The Wheels on the Bus, except you change the nouns for your podcast. So instead of the wheels on the bus go round and round, you could go the broccoli in your mouth goes choo 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 choo, and then that's perfect for Broccoli Town Tuesdays. Or you could do that one song that one guy did have sex with his girlfriend to. I'm pretty sure that that's the cover for that song, right?
That is the cover.
Okay, cool. You could do that. So if you like listening to bad music and being remembered of failed relationships, you could pick that song. Now you've done your audio thing, and now you have to do your picture thing because you need a pretty picture for people to click on your silly little podcast. Graphic design is my prison. This is not like part of the presentation. I need help. Someone needs to help me. Please send somebody to Ohio to save me. I am trapped here. The Raven Queen has trapped me in a graphic design prison. Also, you could put boobs and SpongeBob. You could consider combining some of these ideas for a really good podcast thumbnail. I don't know about you, but if SpongeBob had boobs, I would click on that podcast to see what it was all about. Please help me. Okay, now you have to film your first episode, right? You have to have a podcast to put out a podcast. Oh! Someone's mad at me. Now, there are 3 topics you can talk about in your first episode, and they are how the moon landing is fake, how Shrek is fake, and which Muppet is the hottest. Those are your topics. The only 3 topics. Every podcast uses one of those 3. Now you have to edit. Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
You have to edit it. So first, you have to take your computer and saw off part of it so you have extra space to fit all the RAM for your editing program. Because as soon as you download Adobe After Effects, your computer's going to blow up unless you've put in like 30 sticks of RAM. Then you have to step on it. That's just to motivate it. And then you have to go hunt down Mark Zuckerberg and beat him up and take his money. That's the only way to get anything on the internet these days, is to beat up Mark Zuckerberg and steal his money.
So true.
Now that you have a episode uploaded, you have to promote it. You could buy a billboard and you could get a picture of yourself as a child and say, watch my podcast. See, that one's me right there, and that one's Erin. You could buy a blimp. Now imagine this were a big broccoli. Or it was a minion eating broccoli. I think that'd be pretty good. Maybe that would get the kids to eat vegetables. Or you could sell your soul out to Satan and just hope to God. Now, if you want to have a more interesting podcast, people are going to get tired of you and your friend real quick, so you need to get a guest. You could get Tobias from Arrested Development. this lady. Or 2 chihuahuas. Or you could do none of these things, and you could get Stinky Kevin, the greatest podcast boy. Email us at stinkykevin.com to book Stinky Kevin.
I think he does have an email.
He does have Stinky
Kevin at Gmail or something. Yeah, I'll have
send your fan mail to Stinky Kevin.
Oh, I think it's stinkykevincat at Gmail.
Now you have to make merchandise, so you got to take the best quote from your show, the funniest quote, the quote that all your fans love. Like, cool story, babe. Now make me a sandwich, which is the thing I said in episode 1 to Erin, and now it's on a shirt that you can buy at our merch store. Or you can get this head, which that's Erin right there. That's a really photoshopped Erin. I don't know what that one has to do with our podcast, though.
It's a bumper sticker.
And success, you've done it. You now throw a huge pizza party for you by yourself, because you live in Ohio by yourself and have no friends, and the closest one lives an hour away. And then you just shove a bunch of nuts in your mouth and have a good day with it. Now, it's not a podcast until you've done a little problematic stuff in your life. Listen, it happens to everyone. It has to happen to everyone. So you need to know to be prepared what to happen. And I say get out in front of it, right? Be controversial on purpose in the episodes that no one's watching. That's when you say your really, really edgy stuff. Just get it all out. That way, it's in the old episodes. So when people find them, you can say, well, I've changed as a person and I'm good now. I would never say those things about dogs ever. I promise. And maybe they'll believe you. You gotta get out ahead of the controversy by being controversial on purpose. Now, sometimes this doesn't work. Sometimes you get sad. Sometimes your PowerPoint slideshow goes backwards. Sometimes you hit a rut. Sometimes you drink a bottle of simple syrup. That's not a bottle of liquor. That's a bottle of simple syrup. Where did you find this image, Erin? He's holding up a bottle of,
like, stock sad man drinking.
That is not like a liquor bottle. That is a bottle of simple syrup.
Oh my god.
You can't yeehaw every day, guys. Sometimes in your darkest moments you may turn Italian. And that's something you have to deal with. You have to be prepared to. If you're not ready to be Italian, come to terms with your life or don't start a podcast. Oh, there are 4 images on this one.
Yeah, it started with 1.
You could be Italian or worse, a giraffe. So, to fix all this, to get ahead of it, you have to make an apology video, which means, hold on. So sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I have to tell the truth. I killed Queen Elizabeth. And once you've come to terms with all of your faults, I don't know why the PowerPoint slideshow keeps breaking, but it's kind of funny. You can finally be redeemed, and that's when you hit your stride, right? You've gotten through your controversy. You said a bad word on a bridge, and everyone hated you for a little bit, but now you're back, baby, and you have the most YouTube subscribers for a long time until a production company from India comes and dethrones you. And you did it. Good job. Your podcast is good. You can kiss the dog on the mouth. Pickle Rick, 21. The end.
Excellent. Cool. So yeah, that was PowerPoint karaoke, and then I had the secret segment this week, and I have been playing an absurd amount of Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is like the Disney like it's kind of like a farming game, but it's kind of just like a do a bunch of quests for people over and over again game. So because of that, I'm very like Disney pilled this week, and the Disney adult is coming out of me, and hence the ears. And then when Mancha joined the call, I was like, "Oh, you're dressed perfect for this," because Lilo and Stitch shirt. So yeah, we're gonna do a Disney movie tier list, and talk about our favorites. Are you making one for ones we haven't seen?
Yeah, I'm making extra levels, which I should have done beforehand, but it's
Oh, that's
fine.
okay. The people can see the behind the curtain into the
Our
process.
our failed attempts at being good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm excited. I'm not like like a Disney adult, but I do like Disney movies a lot.
I've seen like most of them, and I am usually like I'll watch movies like once, so I don't know things by heart. But yeah.
I like that it has the Pixar's in it too.
Yeah, I want one that had that because they're fun.
All right, so let's just go in order, I think.
Sure.
So we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs first.
I have no strong opinion on it. It's kind of mid for me.
It's like I think it's that's like very solid C.
C is fine. Yeah.
It is a good movie. It pioneered the thing. She kind of just is a girl with these dwarves.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. The story's lacking. Next is Pinocchio.
I don't like Pinocchio because I'm kind of afraid of it, but that's it. I'm fine with it being like anywhere, but it's not one of my favorites.
I don't like particularly love it or anything. I think it's better than Snow White because it's more interesting.
Yeah.
I like that it's a scarier film.
I don't see. That's why I didn't like it. It freaked me out when I was a kid. But yeah, C is probably where I'd put it.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've sat and watched through all of Fantasia at once.
I watched Fantasia and I liked it when I was younger, but also it's like I just feel like sometimes I'm watching it and I'm like, this goes on a long time. So I would say probably like C.
Better. Let's put it better because it's I like Chernabog. I like Magic Mickey.
Yeah, no, that one's cool for sure.
Okay, Dumbo. This one's
don't,
weird.
I don't care for Dumbo.
I don't particularly like Dumbo, and it's
Yeah,
I don't know
D
for such a
Dumbo.
it's so short and it drags so long.
Yeah, like I like Dumbo the elephant, but really nothing else about the movie.
I like the Pink Elephant song, and that's it.
Oh, the live Dumbo also is like kind of a mess. And I think that one YouTuber has like a video where she's like breaking it down. Who's the chick that does like the really long videos?
Is it Lindsay Ellis?
No, it's I think Jenny Nicholson.
Oh, I may
think
just
she has a Dumbo
Yeah,
video.
I might just be mixing Jenny Ellis and Jenny Nicholson up. Lindsay Ellis and Jenny Nicholson.
Dumbo. I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. She has a video called Dumbo Slaps, so she liked it, but I remember there being like weird stuff in that movie. But yes. Bambi. I'm realizing I dislike more of these than I thought.
I don't like Bambi. That's a
like
solid F tier movie for me. It's boring.
The only thing I remember is at the beginning of Bambi, does the rabbit or something says like, "I'm hungry, mother, I'm hungry," or something? Because my mom used to say that to me all the time as a kid. That's the only memory I have of Bambi.
I've not seen Saludos Amigos or the
No
Three
clue what that
Caballeros.
is. Put it in the nope.
I've not seen Three Caballeros.
No clue what that is.
I've not seen Make Mine Music.
No clue what that is.
I've not seen Fun and Fancy Free.
Nope. Never
Nor have I seen Melody Time.
Oh my god. I think these were these just like VHS things?
No, these were like, I don't know if they were full releases. Like, I've heard of some of these.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's gonna be a nope.
And I haven't seen Ichabod and McToad.
I haven't seen that one either.
I think that's going to be most of them.
Yeah.
I feel like there's maybe one or two more that's going to go down there, but that's most of them. Cinderella.
Cinderella is kind of mid.
I feel like Cinderella is at least better than everything we've seen so far. And I'm
Yeah,
like
okay,
willing to put
that's
it at
fine.
bottom of B, maybe.
I could be Cinderella. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's more interesting than Snow White.
Yeah.
And there's good like adaptions of Cinderella and stuff.
Alice in Wonderland. I think
I like it. I think that Alice in Wonderland like aesthetic stuff is cool. I don't remember the movie super well. I'd probably like be that.
Yeah, it's I think the best thing so far, for sure.
Yeah.
Just visually interesting one. Peter Pan is next. I really like Peter Pan.
You like Peter Pan? Sure. I'm not strongly opinionated on it.
Peter Pan, it's not like my favorite, but it's up there. There are some I feel much more strongly about, but I feel like that's a solid A. If you don't count the racism.
Yes. That's a thing with some of these.
We're just gonna say we're gonna ignore that for the sake of this, I think.
Obviously the rating does not include that.
Yes, we're pretending that scene doesn't exist.
Lady and the Tramp, I love.
I don't like this one at all.
You don't like it? Oh, I love Lady and the Tramp. Oh, you gotta at least put a B for me. I'll accept it not being higher, but I love it.
I will. I'm happy to make a compromise because I feel like there are some that's gonna be like
I love the spaghetti thing. It's so cute. There's like a song that they sing in the dog kennel thing that's cute. I like it. Anyway.
Sleeping Beauty.
Don't remember this movie at all.
This movie is so... Here's the thing. I love Maleficent. She's very cool.
Yeah.
Everything else about this movie is a snooze fest. And come on, it's Sleeping Beauty. I should not be the Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah. No, it's not memorable at all.
I feel like it's around Snow White level.
Fair.
101 Dalmatians.
So, I haven't seen it in a long time. I think I liked it. The live action Cruella movie I loved. I will stand really by good. That movie was really good. Yeah.
No, I'm with you on this. Cruella was good.
It was very a deviation from the source material, but it was really fun. And I feel like that's bringing it up for me in my head, even though they're not the same movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel about the doggies? You like it? Yeah.
I think it's a good one.
Sure.
Sword in the Stone.
Oh, I haven't seen it in so long. Merlin's cool. He's cool in Dreamlight
I like
Valley.
Merlin. He's cool in cosplay chess.
That's true. Our friend did a very
He's not cool in Uber Rap Battles of Fiction Twilight Sparkle versus Merlin, though.
Oh.
Where do you think?
I could B, C. Yeah, B.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's just not a memorable one. A Jungle Book.
I love the Jungle Book. I love it.
Jungle Book's good.
I love the Jungle Book. That's A for me, I think.
I think that's a solid, very top of A.
Hell yeah.
It's got I think the best songs so far.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Is the next one Aristocats?
Aristocats.
I love Aristocats. That's A or B for me.
Aristocats is a solid A for me, I think.
Hell yeah.
It's I don't know, it drags a bit, but it's also got good music and it's a good movie.
And they're cats.
And man, when they dunk the cracker in the milk or whatever, I want to eat that.
Oh,
I want to eat that so bad. It looks so tasty.
Hell yeah.
Robin Hood.
I don't remember Robin Hood.
Robin Hood's really good.
I like the fox guy that's Robin Hood.
I would put this in S personally. I think it's a really interesting one. But
I'll allow it.
What do you think? You'll allow it?
I haven't seen it, but I'll allow it because I have a favorable opinion in my head. Which Winnie the Pooh is that?
I think that's the Winnie, the basic, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Is that the series or the?
No, there's a movie that it's a couple. It's sort of an anthology, honestly, where they go through a couple of the Pooh stories and it has the storybook aesthetic.
Because I really like Winnie the Pooh.
That's a good one. All the Winnie the Pooh movies are really good. I don't see most of the other ones on here because I think they're only doing the big ones. Well, there's that one. Oh, and Erin died. So we'll see how that happens. And she's back.
Sorry, my link like broke or something. It was like not the internet. I think it was like I was clicking around too much on other things and it.
Yeah, sometimes that
But
happens.
I'm back.
It didn't
Okay.
pause it, so. What do you think for Winnie the Pooh?
Like A or I don't remember it, so I can't S it, but A probably.
Let's put it up in the A area.
I just know I like most Winnie the Pooh media I've seen.
Okay, Rescuers.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, we are like theoretically back. It wasn't our internet. It was Zencaster.
Zencaster being bad.
I'm not going to bad talk Zencaster because I want to love it.
Because we don't want it to happen again.
I pat Zencaster.
I'm sure it was not your fault, Zencaster, and you were just possessed by some kind of ghost.
Ghost? So we left off. We put I put Rescuers in A tier for my girlfriend specifically because I imagine I've heard it's good if it's her favorite. So
I'll trust her.
Yeah,
I know some furries that really like Rescuers. So
yeah, me too. Fox and the Hound is next.
I think I liked it. It's been a while.
I don't think I liked it.
I'm realizing how many of these I haven't seen. Is it sad?
Yeah.
Then Then it can be mid. It can be like C or D.
I think it's a D personally.
All right, D works.
I don't know. It just tonally shifts really weirdly, and I get that's the whole point. But
yeah, you're right. Okay.
I've not seen Great Mouse Detective.
Never seen it.
All right. I have not seen The Black Cauldron.
I haven't seen it either.
Great. I've not seen Oliver and Company.
Oh, I have. I think I liked it, but it's been so long. I would say like B.
There we go.
Cool. If that one's in a wrong position, blame me. I think I just remembered liking it.
I'm gonna skip one because there's a bunch that we've seen. I know for sure. I have not seen Rescuers 2.
No, not seen.
Okay. Little Mermaid.
I like some of the songs, like Under the Sea slaps. I would say like at least A.
Yeah, this one's at least A. This one's like this one's one of my maybe S's, but I really like this one. It sounds like we're a little less.
Yeah, I think like a high A is good for
that. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorites.
I was gonna say I like Beauty and the Beast a lot.
I adore Beauty and the Beast. I would be happy to put that as our like top S.
That can be S. Sure. I also like Aladdin.
Aladdin is really good. Where do you think?
Either high A or S. I'm fine with.
I think S for sure.
We need more S's. Let's do S.
Yeah. Where in S?
What's the other one?
Beauty, the Beast, and Robin Hood.
Put it between those two. Yeah.
Lion King is next.
Lion King has my favorite Disney song, which is Just Can't Wait to Be King. That's my favorite.
Okay.
I would say like A or S.
I think like there.
Yeah, that works.
It's not as favorite of mine because it drags a bit in the middle.
It does, but like there's so much fun stuff in there that I'm like, it saves it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I really like the characters. Like when I was a kid, I loved Timon.
Pocahontas.
I am like, this is like mid for me, but I know some people really like it.
I don't like it.
Okay. Can we like C, D maybe?
Top of D maybe?
Okay.
I know it's also just like historically completely
That is
wrong.
another thing that definitely hurts it. I don't really like it, yeah.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I want to say B. I haven't seen it in a while, and I remember liking parts of it.
I haven't seen it, but I also know it has George Costanza in it.
Oh, it does? Oh, that's already winning at some points. I have not seen Hercules.
Hercules is a tough one for me.
Is it?
I like the concept of Hercules, but it's also really bad an adaptation of Greek mythology.
Didn't you cosplay from Hercules?
Sort of. Like half. It was weird. I like Hades a lot. A lot.
That's
He's very cool. I'm gonna, put this in front of Hunchback, but behind Lady and the Tramp.
B is probably where I would have guessed it would be, having not seen it, but knowing what I know about it.
It just isn't that good of a movie, although I do enjoy it. Mulan.
I like Mulan. It's
Mulan
not like
is
my
good.
favorite, but
I think Mulan is a solid A for me.
okay, good, yeah. Everybody, the song from that, the "Make a Man Out of You" song is everybody's like favorite Disney song, and I'm like, that one's great, but I like my
Yeah.
little lion boy.
Tarzan. This has my favorite Disney song in it,
Which
with
one?
Strangers Like Me.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah. I haven't seen it in a really long time.
When I was little, I wrote a Minecraft parody of Strangers Like Me. I never like
Oh, I bet
recorded
you
or
did.
released it or anything, but I did write one, and it was like Creepers Like Me. This was like way back when Minecraft parodies had like just started becoming a thing, and we got like we got Revenge.
Okay.
I love Tarzan very much.
Cool. Sure, put it where you want.
I'm putting that next to Lion King because those are our two.
Oh, there's another
Fantasia 2.
I don't know. I just
Dinosaur.
I've never seen that, and I'm afraid of dinosaurs.
Emperor's New Groove.
That one's good.
I think that's maybe the funniest one on here.
So like, I'd say like A or S.
I would put it as high up in S as you would allow.
Sure, whatever you want. Yeah.
Solid movie. I have not seen Atlantis in a long time.
I don't remember it. I would put it.
It's
in
good.
Oh, okay. You like
it's
it?
Good.
Sure.
Somewhere here.
I know so little about it. I can't really.
I'll put it with Oliver.
Lilo and Stitch S tier. Are you about to disagree with me wearing the shirt you're wearing?
No. I don't remember it super well, but it's a good movie.
I remember it. I had the soundtrack when I was a kid and had all the Elvis songs. I loved it, and I love Stitch. I think he's so cute. And then I played this Stitch game when I was a kid that I later ended up interning at the place that made it.
Nice.
Never got to see anything about it. Didn't really come up, but I was like, huh, I love this game when I was a kid. But yeah.
Okay. Treasure Planet.
Don't remember it.
I don't remember it. I have seen it. I'm gonna put it in that area where we've seen it but don't remember it very well.
Is that Brother Bear?
I already have a plan for this one.
We've talked about Brother Bear on the podcast. We know how we feel about Brother Bear. Boo.
Boo. Bad movie.
Boo.
I can't read that. There we go. Brother Bear. Bad
movie. Worst movie.
I have not seen Home on the Range.
Haven't seen it. Chicken Little is S tier for me. I'm sorry. I love that movie so much. When I was a kid.
Can I put it at the top of S tier, please?
Yes.
I love this movie.
Yes. When I was a kid, the opening song, One Little Slip, I sang
Bare Naked Ladies!
At the Bare Naked Ladies song, I sang it at like one of my family reunion talent show things when I was a kid because I loved it and I would sing it in the shower every day. I love that movie.
Thank you. I was wondering if it was going to be divisive or not.
No,
because I know it's not a particularly good movie. I love that movie.
You're big brain. It's a based movie. So I also love the TikTok that people say is like me, where he's like, "Stop singing like Chicken Little." He's like, yeah, like he's a coward, and I'm not a coward. I'm like, that's me.
That is you.
Mm-hmm.
Meet the Robinsons.
I was about to ask you if you skipped Ratatouille.
No, because we haven't hit Pixar yet.
Oh, okay. Meet the Robinsons. I liked it. I think
I've seen it a ton of times because that was what we had a couple movies that were like we're not gonna watch this movie ever except on car trips. We bring it on every car trip. And Chicken Little and Kronk's New Groove and Meet the Robinsons were a couple of those.
Okay. I just remember the one part where it's like the flashback to the villain guy and he's going like, they always hated me, and they're all being really nice to him and they're like, you want to hang out after school? I love that part because I'm like, that's how I felt when I was a kid.
I put that at the bottom of A.
Yeah, I just saw the R and I thought it was Ratatouille because it's really blurry on my screen what I'm seeing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bolt is next.
Don't think I saw it. I haven't seen it.
It's fine. I think it's a C.
Okay.
Princess and the Frog.
Oh, have you seen it?
This has one of my favorite. This is probably my other favorite Disney song ever with
is the
Friends on
villain
the
one.
Other Side.
Yeah, I loved it. I saw it once and I was like, why didn't I see this when it came out? It was really good.
I think this one's like a solid high A.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sorry, high
Or
S. High
yeah.
S.
Yeah.
The new Winnie the Pooh movie. I haven't seen it.
I don't. Let's put it in haven't seen. The other one is the representative Winnie the Pooh.
Tangled.
I love Tangled, but okay, here's the thing. I love Rapunzel and I love Flynn Rider. The movie's like fine. I'd put it in like A.
I have no love for Tangled, so let's just.
I wouldn't S it, but like I like her enough that I'm like it's fine. But the songs could be better.
Wreck-It Ralph.
I love Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, very good movie.
I love S tier Wreck-It Ralph.
Let's put that around there.
Frozen. I like Frozen. I know some people hate it. It's like A or B for me.
I like it more than I like Tangled, I would say.
Then want A? Yeah.
It's like there, probably. It's not a bad movie. Big Hero 6, though.
I have no strong feelings about it. I liked it when I saw it, but I don't. It's not like S for me. Yeah.
I think it's better than Frozen.
That's fair.
We now have a too long one. Zootopia.
I like Zootopia a lot. I would put that in A.
Let's put it at the bottom of S. I think.
Cool.
I like it. It has Patrick Bateman in it. They'll put the two furry fox movies next to each other.
Yeah, I like a lot of the characters in Zootopia.
I like Moana a lot too.
Oh, I like Moana. They're in Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Also has really good music.
Sure.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 was not as good.
I still liked it. I'd say put it in like A.
I think it's a B.
High
B. With that.
High B for me. I liked it, but it was not as good as the first one.
Frozen 2, I remember nothing.
I would put that in B. Because I liked it, but I was like, I kind of didn't like what they did with Elsa, but like whatever.
Oh, Encanto, I love
Encanto's really good. I saw it and I was like, yeah.
Like high S for me personally.
Yeah. I was reading because I was trying to decide if I want to do Disney songs or Disney movies, and I did Disney movies, but I saw Encanto's like the highest, or We Don't Talk About Bruno is like the highest played Disney song or something. And I think it's just because it's like a good one that came out recently, and I was kind of like, that's weird to me that that's the highest one, but also I think if some of those other movies came out now, like it would be different. But yeah,
I'm adjusting it so it's a little shorter. I just F tier is Brother Bear only is the answer.
Sure.
I have not seen Raya and the Last Dragon though.
I didn't even know that was a movie.
Okay, Pixar time.
What we got?
Toy Story.
Love Toy Story, like S.
Toy Story's fantastic.
I'd put both Toy Story and Toy Story 2 in S.
I think. Which one do you think is better?
I
think it's Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think they're probably more up here in the middle.
Yeah.
Chicken
Toy
Little.
Story's really good.
Bug's Life, I have not seen.
I would put that in like C. Maybe even D. I don't know. It's okay. It's very mid. Monsters Inc. I love S tier.
Monsters Inc. is one of my favorites.
I love Monsters Inc. so much.
High S.
Mike Wazowski.
Finding Nemo.
A.
Yeah, I think it's like a low A. It's good, but it's like, I don't know. It feels like it's lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibles is my favorite animated movie of all time.
Incredibles can be high. Hell yeah.
How high?
If you want to put an S, put an S.
I'm saying I will put it as high in S as you'll let me.
Put it after Monsters Inc.
Okay. I that is amenable. That's my favorite one
Love
ever.
Monsters Inc.
Cars.
Oh man, Cars is like a meme, but like the movie, no. Like C.
It's high C, I think. It's like not a good film.
It's not bad enough to be D, but it's fine. What's that?
Ratatouille.
You can be friends with Remy in Dreamlight Valley, and he was the first person I picked to be friends with. I love him. He's tiny. I love him.
WALL-E.
I hate WALL-E.
Thank you.
Okay,
I don't like Wally very much.
Dude, Wally is like, there's no talking for the first like hour. It's really boring, and then immediately they're like, "It's the future, and let's like fat shame a bunch of people." And I'm like, this is like uncomfortable to watch. I don't like it.
I know it's like a classically good movie, but
I get people like it. I couldn't. The weird stuff in it was too like depressing for me. I couldn't do it.
okay.
Up is good.
I like 7 minutes of Up.
Yeah, I would
I
say
like the first 7
high
minutes.
B or low A, because I liked high B.
I don't like Up, so I will give you a high B.
I liked the little scout character guy, and I did like the dog, but
Toy Story 3.
Really good, made me cry.
True, same.
S,
I don't
but
think
not
it's
as high
as
as the other ones.
It's not as high as the others, so I'm putting
Yeah.
it like there.
Mhm.
Cars 2 is the worst Cars film.
I don't even think I've seen it. Yeah.
I've not seen Brave.
I've seen it. It's like C.
Less
I
memeable than
like
Cars.
Merida. The movie is like not as cool. Like the trailer made it look really good, and the movie was like okay. Is that Monsters
University?
Pretty high up, I'd say. Like
I
A.
love it.
Yeah.
It's not as good, but it's still great.
Yeah.
Inside Out's pretty good.
Yeah. Like A or B.
I think that's also like an A.
Sure.
Finding Dory, I haven't seen.
Oh, I liked it. There's like an octopus in it that I really liked. I would put it like high B. Yeah.
I've not seen Good Dinosaur.
Nope.
I've heard it's bad.
Not seen it.
I've not seen Cars 3, but I've heard it's good.
I have not seen Cars 3. Let's put it in.
Coco.
Coco's really good. Have you seen it?
Yeah, yeah.
So good. I'd put like S.
I'm going to put it next to Encanto. They could be friends.
They can be friends. I love Coco. The Coco world is like so cool looking, and the movie just made me like emotional.
Incredibles 2.
It was fine.
I think it's an A.
Yeah.
It's better than like Monsters University.
We waited
I love
a long time for it, and it was
Screenslaver.
fine.
I waited 15 years for that film.
Yeah.
And I got it. It was pretty good, but it wasn't Incredibles 1.
Mm-hmm.
I
haven't seen Toy Story 4.
It was fine. I think it's like Finding Dory level.
I wanna watch it at some point, but
it wasn't the other Toy Story movies.
Fair.
Onward
Have you seen
was
Onward?
Really good.
I loved Onward.
Really big fan of Onward.
Onward was like, that one also made me emotional. I love it.
I also just like Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah.
I think that's like a bottom of S, I think.
Yeah, I can put Onward in S. I haven't seen Soul.
Soul was so good.
Really?
Soul is an insanely good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's S tier for sure. I'm going to put it, I think, between Encanto and Coco.
I'm going to have to watch it.
It's really good.
I'm S-ing more of these than I thought. I didn't think I loved that many of these movies, but I do.
Luca was good, but not that
I don't think
good.
I've seen Luca. What is it?
It's cute. It's just like a cute little like low stakes like story.
I haven't seen it. Okay, yeah.
I think it's better than Incredible. It's better than like all the sequels.
Okay.
It's really cute. I think you'd enjoy it.
Cool.
Turning Red.
I haven't seen it, and I know I would like it, but I haven't seen it.
It's goofy, but it's like just not as good.
Okay, like a lower A.
I haven't seen Lightyear.
Nope, haven't seen it.
We did it.
Yay! We did it. I like want to rewatch Ratatouille because I've been playing this Disney game and I forgot how much I love that movie. Also, when I was a kid, I had not the animal this time. I had a huge crush on Linguini when I was a kid and that movie came out. I remember thinking he was like so cute. Actually, what year did that come out? I'm saying kid. But I don't know how old I was. Oh, yeah, 2007. Yeah, I was a kid. Okay. It's fine for me to say that.
I love our F tier.
Yes. Brother Bear sucks. Also, Ratatouille, I love Patton Oswalt, so that's like...
True. I always forget that that's Patton Oswalt.
Mm-hmm. He's so good.
Just like Stinky Kevin.
The other night I texted our group chat and I said, it was like quoting something me and Tyler said to each other, and I was like, Remy's just like Kevin. He's small, he, forget the second thing, and he's voiced by Patton Oswalt.
All right. Well, with that, though, I think that it's time for us to wrap it up. So, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe and give us ideas for segments. And just, thank you for watching.
Yeah, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at appetizercast, and then you can follow us individually at Erin MacDaddy or Moth Mancha.
With that, be sure to tip your waitresses. Subscribe to Broccoli Town Tuesdays, and I'll see you next time. We'll see you.
I love Remy the Rat.